welcome back to the Armenian Museum of America. I'm Gary Lind-Sinanian, the curator. This is my lovely assistant today, Susan Lind-Sinanian. And today we're going to be talking about bundle cloths from Kilis. Armenians use bundle cloths in order to store objects. This is a typical bundle cloth here. It's a square piece of fabric, often very decorative on the one side and very plain on the other side, because what you do is you take the bundle cloth, you put your bundle in it, fold over the corners, and you store it away. Sometimes you pin it, sometimes you tie it, sometimes you just lay it flat. But this way it is then stored away and you stack them up, so you have a whole bunch of bundle cloths. Usually the bundle cloths are pretty plain on the inside because you don't see them, except when you have the object you're looking at. Could you put that with you? Thank you, Dan. But in the town of Kilis, they had a special kind of bundle cloth they made, which is very specific to that town. And you see one of those, oh, that's from Kilis, the old Armenian community of Kilis. And these are examples of Kilis work. Now, they're bundle cloths, but they're a bit larger than the norm. What's interesting about these, the outside is decorative, as you see. So when you're hanging it up or you fold it up, you can see the outside. They're very pretty. But they also decorated the inside in Kilis. And this is an example of Kilis work here. And notice it's a kind of, you want to describe it there?
You can start.
It's a kind of applique. It looks almost like Polish paper cutting. And you cut out this design, then you sew it on top of the cloth to create this pattern inside. There are various kinds of patterns. This is very typical of Kilis, and they did this a lot. And it's very distinctive of that town. So when you open it up, actually it's decorative inside as well as outside, very specific to it. This is a lovely piece.
They often call this reverse applique. So if you hear that term, that's what this is. Reverse applique. And
so this one on the outside is this lovely chain stitch design to it. And notice the design of the birds and the various flowers, very typical of the area. You find similar designs on Armenian religious pieces, for instance. And
they were often large, the bundle cloths.
Larger than the norm for most Armenians. And okay, now this is an example here, but notice the outside. This is silk, and it's all torn and ripped apart, because they used to put leading in silk in order to make it heavy. When they did that, it breaks it, and so the silk fiber, so the outside of this is a terrible shape, unfortunately. But the inside, however, the Kilis work, you can still see the design of the, again, bird designs and the sort of abstraction on the outside. It almost looks like some of the Hawaiian designs, although there's very little historical connection between Armenia, the mountains of Armenia and Hawaii, but stylistically it's very similar. This one, the outside is very plain kind of fabric. They used to print a cloth, but when you flip it over, again, this is a very simple plain design compared to some of the others, less ambitious. It's almost, very primitive kind of feel to it.
So a child could have made this one.
Mm-hmm. This one's a little more ambitious. And initials there of the person who made it. Some of these are initials on the inside rather than the outside, but they often put it somewhere on there. And this is a very lovely piece. And again, the Kilis work, again, the bird designs around it and the sort of abstract floral design on the outside of it here. These kind of bundle cloths were also used to, you have a fancier one like this, and of course you have the bundles in it. And whenever your father-in-law came to visit, and your father-in-law time was a big deal, you would use it, put some nice soft things in it, and put him in a chair, and this is what he would sit in, as his cushion, to honor him by doing a fancy piece like this. But this is a very nice color. The purple is used a lot in, of course, Armenian religious pieces. And finally, this one's an interesting piece. And this side is a bouquet.
On which side?
This side?
No, it's not brocade.
Okay. Oh, it's a nice
Print,
design.
just a print.
Print, and again, very pretty. So, but on the back again, Kilis work.
And you can tell it was well worn, well used.
Yep. Many of these have we have some that are in really nice condition. Those are the ones we will put on display in a case. We also have other ones such as this, which because of the stains on them or the tears, you really can't put it on display. But we can share it with the audience. So if you see any piece like this Armenian piece, you know immediately where it came from. Town of Kilis. Okay, thank you for joining us. The museum today, this is the 50th anniversary of the Armenian Museum this year. So there's no better time to join the museum. And if you want the information, just go on our website and you'll have all the info there. Thank you for joining us and stay safe.